Good morning, OKN. 8:34. Happy Wednesday to you. You know, sometimes you need help in the financial space. Sometimes you have a change in life, sometimes suddenly, sometimes it happens over time. But you need somebody who can help guide you through those types of life scenarios where you don't know everything. You're not trained on it, but there are people that are. There's some great ones in the local community, including Eileen Stoner of the Stoner Group, who joins us this morning. Good morning, Miss Eileen.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you being here. So you is financial guru an appropriate title, or how does that work in your space?
I'm happy to claim that title. I lead our team at Morgan Stanley here in Lake Norman, and we are a multi-generational financial planning and financial services team. And I am blessed. I get to do every day things I love to do, and it makes it feel like it's not work.
When did the journey for you begin when you said, hey, I think I want to do finance? Like, that's got to be like a moment, right? Like, I think I'm going to mess with math and numbers and money for the rest of my life. When did you make that decision?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a registered nurse by my original profession.
Oh.
10 years in the neonatal intensive care. Loved it, loved medical people, just... I can't tell you how dynamic that is to be in an intensive care setting. And one day I was at the supply cart going to grab IV bags of fluid and tubing and whatnot. And we were in a unit. And so if you left the unit to go to the supply cart, you had to have someone watch your babies, watch my respirator babies.
Makes sense.
And we would run to the supply cart, grab what we needed, pick up a few things for the other nurse who was watching your babies, run back. And I noticed that every little item, every IV bag had a little sticker on it. And you were to pull the sticker off, find that patient's charge card, put the sticker on there. And that's how long ago this was. This is 30 years ago.
You're not scanning anything,
You're not
right?
scanning.
Yeah.
That's how they charged patients. And of course, it's not like that anymore. But I noticed, well, I'm not pulling these stickers. I'm too busy. I noticed no one else was pulling the stickers either. And it led me down this really interesting road of, I wonder who's paying for all this. I went back to school. I got a business degree, moved into the world of insurance, helped a big insurer set up their managed care network in South Carolina. And long story short, my husband was with Dean Witter, Stocks and Socks, if you all are old enough to remember. Dean Witter used to be down by the catalog section for the Sears catalog. And his practice had grown so big that he was looking to take in a partner. And he said, you work harder than anybody I know. And we're aligned on many things. We've been married 46 years, and I'm grateful for that. And so he said, I need you to get the training, take the licenses, join me. And I said, no. But he's persuasive,
yes.
And he continued to promote the idea. And I joined Morgan Stanley all those years ago, and I have not looked back. I love this. And one of the things that I brought from the intensive care unit to what I do today is just like in the unit, when the parents see that little 2-pound baby hooked up to what looks like a spaceship, you've got to describe everything in words that are meaningful to people. And I learned that at the hospital. And I deal with all financial matters and conversations using what I would call people talk.
Mm-hmm. Not getting too high above because, not getting too in the weeds with
right?
Them, yeah.
It doesn't bless them if you use a word that someone doesn't understand. And people tell me that all the time. Like, I've had that explained to me 3 times, Eileen, and now I think I finally understand it.
There's a situation that, an unfortunate situation that some people do find themselves in divorce, and that's a tough one, right? For many different reasons.
It is.
And when you offer a specialization, you're a certified divorce financial analyst. Tell us about that and kind of what you're doing in your world to help those in need in that particular space.
Sure. So lots of people have not heard of a CDFA, Certified Divorce Financial Analyst, and we are typically financial professionals, and we come alongside individuals and couples and oftentimes their attorneys to help them work towards what we call equitable financial settlements in divorce. And equitable, you could interchange the word fair. fair divorce settlements. And we do that because of our special training in tax consequences and investments and assets and debt and, non-traditional compensation like stock options. What we also do is a deep dive of financial analysis of the different settlement strategies that the attorneys might be working through. And we can project what the cash flow might be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road on settlement strategy A, and then do the same thing for settlement strategy B. And it really helps because it gives individuals and couples and attorneys something much more concrete upon which to base some really difficult decisions.
Now, you use the word, so I'm an attorney as well. So in a former life, I practiced. Equitable distribution being one of those words here. But do you guys, that's North Carolina specific. Do you serve people across multiple states, or is it just North Carolina?
So I am not an attorney, of course, but I can tell you that I know the state laws differ state by state. So if someone is looking for a CDFA, I would suggest look for one who is either in the state where you're domiciled or in the state where the case would be settled or adjudicated. And the Institute for Divorce Financial Analysts is our training and accrediting body, and they have a link on their website that's available to the public. You could just put in a browser, find a CDFA, and I think you put your state in and maybe the zip code, and it'll show you the CDFAs in your area within so many miles. So that's a great way to find somebody.
You are a plethora of resources,
Yes.
Miss Eileen. This is amazing. So you also, though, go beyond just the, hey, here's a blog article, or hey, we talked on the phone. You're actually doing like seminars, if you would, right, to help those in need. Tell us about that program that you offer.
Yeah, so I am so fortunate to be able to be a guest presenter at a national women's workshop. I didn't invent it, but it's 30 years ago. The Women's Institute for Financial Education started out in California, and they developed a workshop called Second Saturday. And the workshop in particular is geared towards women, although in my practice, I'm willing to help anybody who reaches out. But the workshop is designed to provide education and information rather than advice across 3 major silos of issues that women have to deal with in divorce. And one of the silos is the legal. And so each month we would have a different family attorney come in and talk about the different avenues through divorce, mediation and collaborative and going to court. We also talk about finance, and that's the component that I teach, helping women understand budgets, how important it is to have prepare a budget as you're going through divorce strategies, and help them understand what the issues are financially, that the more they know, the more they can advocate for themselves and make good decisions. It's a really tough, chaotic time, and it's hard to make good decisions.
It's got to be a broad spectrum of folks that like know things versus don't know things, if I had to guess, right? Because I know almost nothing about nothing. But as far as it goes, when someone walks in, are you able to help someone who literally I don't even know how to get into my checking account today?
Yes.
Versus the person, here's my spreadsheets, here's my Schedule A, here's everything you need, tell me what to do. Do you serve kind of all ends of it?
Yes. And I find women tend to seek me out. And I think it's because women express more of an interest in getting some guidance, especially in financial matters, because in many households, people are busy. And one partner says, I'll take care of these things. And the other partner says, I'll take care of the others. And if it's a woman going through divorce and she's not in the loop on the family finances, she can be really vulnerable. And so we can help them understand, here's how you can find your Social Security estimate. Here's where to go on the web and do that. Here's how to find information about the income that was earned. Go find your taxes. And that can be women that have come from all different walks of life. And I even find cases where the woman might be the primary wage earner, but still, she's not the one in the household who manages the financial matters.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got some help for everybody.
When you take something that's a very emotional process, right? When the woman is going through and you're able to look at it logically and help them figure out step by step what they need to do. So that's such a great guide to walk you through that process.
Yeah. And you bring up the emotions, Mamie, and I think, Mamie, the emotions can really hijack good decision making, right? I'm not a therapist, but that area of the
Although
brain.
you do a lot of therapy, I would imagine.
That area of the brain that gets lit up when we're in a highly emotional state. My understanding is it actually starves the frontal lobe, which is the part of the brain that's much better at reasoned decision making. And so it is mission critical to be able to manage the emotions so that we can make good decisions. And so I'm a huge advocate for folks reaching out to mental health professionals, therapists, and get some tools in the toolkit so that when we're having an emotional moment, and there's plenty of them in divorce, we can reach in the toolkit and get ourselves back to neutral.
Eileen Stoner of the Stoner Group, Morgan Stanley professional financial advisor, and certified divorce financial analyst. Eileen, thank you so much for coming in and sharing it with us today.
Thanks for having me,
Thank you.
guys.
Absolutely.